Right, I'm going to be doing the signs Aquarius and Pisces. Where's that gone? Let me go. I'm just waiting for it to warm up before I go out for a coffee with my friend. It's very cold this morning. Everyone who I meet up with seems to be ill. They've all got a cold. Doesn't bode well for me, does it? I'm surrounded. I think it's these cold mornings and then it goes boiling hot in the middle of the day. I think it catches people out. We've got to wrap up still, haven't we? First thing and at night. The main thing I need to do today is exercise. I have not exercised. I feel like such a slob. What the hell is going on? It's a tarot card reading. It does say it's a tarot card reading. It's like astrology, but you get messages through the cards that come out. Why do kids come into stuff like this if they're not interested in it? I don't understand. It says all signs reading for the signs of Aquarius and Pisces, weekly love reading, does it not? Wow. Bored kids. It's not for kids anyway. It's a channel for over 18s. And I'm a teacher, so you best be afraid. Okay, so just to be clear, it's Aquarius and Pisces. Okay, the collective weekly love readings for the second week of April. Okay, so kicking off with Aquarius. I've done all the other signs, just Aquarius and Pisces together. I did them yesterday. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aquarius's highest good. How is Aquarius feeling in this second week of April 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Aquarius, please. Okay, so Aquarius, you've got the Justice reversed and you've got the Death card upright. Okay, so what that says to me is you're moving into a new chapter and you don't want to be. You feel like something's over and it's not fair. This is a collective reading for the sign of Aquarius. It's not individual questions. I can do that when I get to 500 subscribers. I can take super chats, but I won't be answering questions for free. I don't know why anyone thinks anyone would do that. Right, the judgment. So, Aquarius, you're being called to act. You're being asked to take action upon this ending, which you feel is unjust. Let's get one more for Aquarius. Thanks for likes, guys. Please like and share the channel. When I get to 500 subscribers, I can answer super chats. You can send me a super chat and I'll answer any question that you've got. But right now, this is a collective reading for the sign of Aquarius. It's a weekly love reading, okay? I've got to commit to what I've started out doing. It's not fair on the people that tune in to watch collective love readings for each sign, okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay, one more for Aquarius. We've got the Three of Pentacles. You really want to work together. You're ready to cooperate. You're ready to put the work in. This is teamwork. The Three of Pentacles is time, money and energy being put into something, whatever it is that you want. We've got double fours on the screen. 4 people, 4 likes. That's a number of stability. Right, let's get cards for your person, the one that's on your mind. How were they feeling? The Five of Swords, they're feeling a little bit argumentative, okay? If you approach this person, they are gonna... My accent is Liverpudlian. I'm from the Wirral, but I'm Scouser. The Five of Swords is verbal arguments, disagreements, okay? So someone's not happy with you, Aquarius, I'm sorry to say. The Strength card reversed. So this person's feeling really worn out. They're feeling strung out, stressed, run down. You know, so possibly they got the defences up. Should you come towards them, it better be in the right way. Hi, welcome into the chat. Thank you. If you've just come in, this is a collective reading for the sign of Aquarius. It's the weekly love reading for the second week of April, the week ahead. I don't know why people come into tarot readings to say it's witchcraft. Right, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is someone who's healing. She's completely submerged by water. It kind of reminds me of Atlantis. She's on the seabed and she's awash with emotion. She's trying to heal, okay, and she's dealing with a lot. So male or female, this is someone with a lot of responsibility and they're in a state of healing, okay. Let's get 3 cards for the outcome. We've got the Devil reversed with the Nine of Swords reversed. So this is a really positive card because it's being released from whatever, you know, if this was upright, it'd be It's the major arcana for Capricorn, but it's attachment, it's like codependency, bad habits, obsession, and then you've got the Nine of Swords. It was a cycle that caused a lot of pain. That being reversed is release from that pain and, you know, letting go of the drama, no longer... Oh, why is there just perverts in here? It's literally at Sunday, like lunchtime. They're being released from whatever was toxic. Okay, so that's in the outcome. Let's get two more because they were a combination. We've got the Four of Wands reversed, so there's a lack of stability in the outcome. Okay, this is rocky ground, and, you know, a poor path has been laid with whatever went on here. So why are people just coming in with all sorts? My goodness. We're not here to discuss that. The Four of Wands reversed is trying to create stability, trying to get routine, trying to get balance, trying to have harmony. Okay, so this is what this person's interested in obtaining. Does it not clearly state that this is a love reading, that it's weekly love reading? Why are people coming in just saying whatever? The Wheel of Fortune is the challenge. Can a karmic cycle be broken? If it was reversed, then we'd be trapped in a cycle of misfortune because we're making poor decisions. When it's upright, we're being rewarded after a period of hardship. So that is in the challenge for the outcome. Now let's dive into this person's feelings and why they feel this way. Well, that was straight away. Adrift, not willing to settle down or be responsible, time to commit and put down roots. Okay, so this person is not accustomed to yet having a settled life. They're being somewhat of a free spirit. Undecided, choosing between lovers, competing for affection. Okay, so they've been involved with more than one person. They're used to living their life that way. It cuts both ways, good and bad aspects, mixed blessing, division. You may have some differences in how you live your life or the way you think life should be led. It doesn't look like it was all this person's fault though. Okay, with it cuts both ways, good and bad aspects, mixed blessing. Roving eyes, keeping possibilities open, obvious flirt, disrespectful. Oh my goodness, you've been dealing with someone who is very much led by what people look like. Perhaps that attracted you to one another. And they're quite a free spirit. Okay, so we need to know what they're going to evolve into and where they're going, don't we? I'm not answering individual questions. I can only do that when I get to 500 subscribers. You've got to pay for a super chat, and I can only do that when I've got 500 subscribers. I hope that makes sense. Please like the channel and share the channel, and hopefully we can get up to 500 really soon, because I think we're on like 452. Beyond compare, don't compare your love to anyone else. It's unique. So there's something this person definitely has to offer, and they kind of confuse themselves as to why they don't have a lifestyle similar to that of other people, okay? They're not quite sure why they're so different to everyone else, okay? But it's part of who they are. Magnetic, fate, attraction sparks pursuit, guiding souls on a journey to their destined union. So there's something, magnetic fate can happen with twin flames. You don't know why you're so intensely attracted to one another. It is very physical, but it's chemistry in terms of your personality as well. So something about this person has caught your eye, Aquarius, and it's like you can't keep away from them. But you're being called to act if you think there's something, about this person that you wish to explore more of. Boundless spirit, your only limits are the ones that you put on yourself. Okay, so this person, again, it just feels like they're a free spirit and they've got these like goals and they've done lots of things with their life so far. Hi, Chloe. Right, let's continue. Let's get a confession from them. I am truly sorry, you deserve better. Wow, they've got a bit of a low self-esteem in some ways, this person. They don't know, particularly what they're doing. They're not sure if they're good enough for you. Perhaps you're someone that's achieved a lot in life. Let's get messages from them. Just a disclaimer, this is a weekly love reading for anyone who's the sign of Aquarius. Bearing in mind that it discusses things that are for over 18s. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there. My higher self is trying to reach you. This person feels like a connection with you on a spiritual level, Aquarius, like in the 5D. It's looking like twin flames, I want to date you. They're very attracted. It's not over for them. I know what I need to do. So that's over the Boundless Spirit card. So I feel like this person is ready to settle down. Okay, but it has to be for the right person. No one's made them want to do that yet. I'm so scared I can't face this right now. That's over the Nine of Swords reversed and the Devil card reversed. So their cards have been released from a toxic habit or a toxic cycle. We've got the Four of Wands reversed. Let's take it slowly. So they do want to settle down, but the thought of it really freaks them out. So they need someone that's going to move slowly and build up to that one step at a time. They're not like a fast mover. I'm sorry for blocking you. I was triggered. See, the wheel is concerning bad habits. So I think they've tried to distance themselves. Oh, that's a good tip. I might try that then. I'm sorry for blocking you. I was triggered. So I think this person struggles with communication. I think that their feelings go really, really deep on this. And yeah, I think communication has been a big issue in whether this works or not. And do you think you're being in separation with this person because we've got the Death card and the Justice reverse? You're being called to take action. You want to cooperate. So, and we've got this cycle of pain, the Nine of Swords reverse, the Devil. They're in a period of healing. Yeah, it's like, can you tame this free spirit? I mean, they're apologising for blocking you. They don't like that you're not getting along. When will this change? When will this dynamic come back together? Will there be a reconciliation? It says release any attachment to timing. So something's being cooked up at the moment. Let go of it all for now. So if you like agonize over this, Aquarius, and you overly focus on it, it's going to slow it down and block it up. There's bigger stuff going on. And then for some reason, this one slid off the top and it says summertime. Now, we've had this come out for you before. I'm sure we have. So there's a bigger picture. Oh, I don't know who's like just being cheeky on this channel today. Need to just do one. Do you know what? If anyone else wants to be rude, just take yourself outside of my channel, because you don't need to come in it and talk about hands or feet. You don't need to talk about how it's the devil's work. You don't need to be cheeky and say you do your cards a different way. Just do one. If you don't like it, why are you inside of it? It's actually so irritating. That's really pissed me off, to be honest. That on top of kids messing about, it's like, it's not a nice space in which to work when you're trying to connect. Oh, just annoying. I need to get some moderators now the channel's getting bigger. Just actually irritating. I'm just gonna have a minute to breathe because that should piss me off. Big style, that. So the advice, Aquarius, okay, if this resonates for you, and this is your situation, you've been in a separation from someone who's perhaps younger, or they've just lived their life in a more alternative way to you, and it's all relative. You may be someone who's lived your life, very conventionally. You've done everything that you think society demands. So yeah, this person, they could have lived a very alternative lifestyle, or just slightly different to the way you've led yours. You haven't been getting on. There's been a period of no contact. If this resonates, they are sorry. They would be committed to settling down, but they would need to take it slowly, because that's not something that they're used to. And they'll be better placed for discussing that in the summer. They're not forgetting about this anytime soon. If you were worried about that, it looks like you're coming onto the same page. I'm going to get you some advice. What is the advice for Aquarius, please, if they're wanting to act with regards to the one that's on their mind? Frog and prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune await you. Now that's interesting because we had the Wheel of Fortune in the challenge position in the outcome for the second week of April. And perhaps, you just think this is really rubbish because I'm getting, blocked by this person. They're not prepared to listen to what I've got to say. Is it over? It says, let go of the past and embrace the change. Hi, Extreme Sports. I'm from near Liverpool. Thanks for the likes, guys. I've had a bit of a day so far coming on here. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. So things are about to turn in your favour, Aquarius, okay? With each month that we head into, you're going to get closer to your wish fulfillment, okay? If what's on your mind is this person and having a second go around, it's going to get more and more likely the closer we get into summer. So that's bound to be, people processing their emotions, healing. They could be overwhelmed with stuff in work. You just don't know. Heron and patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Okay, so there is definitely a hint from the divine to take your time. It's all about patience. Create a place in nature's stillness. Balance your emotions. Okay, you've got this. Hi, Ashish. Hi, Jaya. Hi, Chris. It depends what your placements are, or if you cusp. If you're like, for example, if you're Pisces and you're early on in Pisces season, then Aquarius readings could resonate. Or if you were Capricorn and you're late on in Capricorn season, Aquarius readings could resonate. A lot of Aries readings resonate with me, and I'm Taurus, but I'm early on in Taurus season. You can calculate your whole birth chart if you put in your full date of birth. And the time that you were born needs to be like the hour and the minutes that you were born. Like the little hospital band that you get when you're born. You can get all of your placements for all your 12 houses. And yeah, it's dead interesting actually. You can understand so much about yourself, the decisions that you make. Also, your moon sign can resonate as well, but I don't find that always resonates for me. And cross-watching the sign of your person as well. Find your sacred flow. This is very much about balancing your emotions. Find inner peace. Control those like mood swings, okay? If you're feeling wobbly and anxious, if you're feeling, fed up, frustrated, if you're feeling bored, if you're feeling down, that's normal to have days feeling like that. It's normal, okay? Because we're responding to all our worries and our long-term goals and things that happen in day to day. But it's important, and I'm going to take this advice myself, get out in nature, okay? Get harmonized, spend time around people who you feel calm and safe around, people who enjoy your company, who are making themselves available to you, and cross off things on your bucket list. Life is not just about working and striving towards goals. It's important to do things that are food for the soul and make us happy from the inside out. Guys, I can't do personal card pulls until I've got 500 subscribers. This is a collective reading for the sign of Aquarius that I'm in the middle of. If you want me to answer personal questions, you need to give me a super chat and then tell me what your question is, but I need 500 subscribers. I know that there's like a lot of demand for that, so I'm happy to do it, but I can't do it in the middle of my collective reading because my Aquarians are listening and they're waiting to hear the rest of their advice, okay? I've also got to film Pisces before I go out to my friend for coffee. You need to exercise, get outside, connect to nature before another week in work. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Okay, so this is like a challenge to you, Aquarius, but you need to steady. What's the like, hold the course, steady your nerves, you know, find ways to like rebalance yourself from the inside out. And better days for this connection are coming, okay, particularly in summertime. There's just like different external realities affecting this at the moment and people's individual paths. There's an optimum time to move towards this, okay, and we're getting close to it, so it's all good. Right, I'm going to move on to Pisces. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for the likes. As I say, I'll come on and I'll do either dedicated lives where I answer questions for a super chat. I won't be answering them for free though. I think a lot of people are going to be putting questions in, but I will only be answering people who've given me a super chat, because it's not fair. I've got a full-time job and I don't just sit and answer questions all day away from the sun for free because you think it'd be nice. I've got to like make a living and then give people free readings for their collective signs, and there's only so many hours in a day. So if I'm going to give up my time and answer your individual questions, that's a service and you need to pay for it. So you would have to send a super chat and then I'll look in the chat to see who sent me one and I'll answer their questions only. There's only so many hours in a day, do you know what I mean? And so many days in a week. And I don't make any money from this channel. It's completely free, so please consider that. Okay, on to Pisces. Chris, you can find out your moon sign, which determines your like feelings and your emotions, things that people can't see. If you just put in your full date of birth into Google with moon sign, it'll tell you what your moon sign is, because for example, I'm Taurus sun, but I'm Libra moon, so I'm all about fairness, and I can be indecisive because I love to see both sides of the argument, and you know, I teach because I'm obsessed with right and wrong. I can't get over stuff. I'm highly offended by stuff if I feel like it's unfair. Sometimes, yeah, I find it really difficult to choose and make choices because of that. It's a hindrance as well as, you know, giving me a strong moral compass. And your sun sign is how you present to the outside world. So I'm Taurus, so I'm very much into my aesthetics. I can be a little bit too much about what people look like. I can be too materialistic. However, I do have good taste, good with colours, creative. I'm very sensible with money, but I love to spend money as well. Makes me feel secure. So I'm very much like, also you can look up parts of the body and which parts of the body different zodiac signs are more sensitive to. Taurus is the throat, and I lose my voice a lot. I've got a really soft voice. It affects your body type, it affects everything. So you'll understand yourself, because I didn't understand like why I was the way that I was. And when I looked at my moon sign, I was like, oh my goodness, that makes so much more sense. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. When I get to 500, I will be able to come on and do lives where I answer questions, but it'll only be questions where you've given me a super chat. No one works for free. So bear that in mind. I don't charge you to watch collective readings by zodiac signs, but I will have to charge if I'm going to sit for hours and answer people's personal questions about their lives. I need paying for that, because it's using up hours of my weekends, and I've only got so many hours. I've got a full-time job teaching high school, so I'm very busy. Okay, spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Pisces' highest good. How is Pisces feeling in the second week of April 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Pisces is feeling, please. The moon. Okay, so you're showing up as yourself, but in the reverse. So you're very much in your emotions at the moment. Now, the moon is a card to do with fear and the unknown. When it's upright, in the story of the major arcana, the fool realizes that he must walk forwards anyway, even though there's things that we don't know yet, even though it can be scary. We must walk forwards anyway. When it's reversed, it's like your fear's getting the better of you, okay? It's that water energy, a lot of feelings, emotions, fear. The temperance, okay? So trying to balance emotions, whether that be anger, sadness, anxiety. The temperance is the major for Sagittarius. So you could have that in your chart, or you could just be managing those emotions, okay, and really concentrating on that. Something's tough for you at the moment, I feel. I'm going to have to get like a little assistant to sit with me and like write down people's questions, because I just feel like I'm going to get overwhelmed as soon as I start doing super chats. Because the chat's going to be moving so fast. I know Edgar Mendes like gets people to pre-book in, but I think they're for like pre-recorded readings. I don't know. It'll be a learning curve. There's clearly a lot of demand for people want to know what's going on, don't they? 7 of Pentacles. Right, the 7 of Pentacles is looking back at what's already been achieved, what's been cultivated. The 7 of Pentacles is, yeah, if you think about a farmer in a field, what he's planted so far, is it enough? It's a very reflective energy, number 7. Let's get, let's pull 3 cards for the one that's on your mind, or the one that you're dealing with, or the one that you're going to be manifesting in the future. Right, they've got the 10 of Wands in the challenge position. Now, 10 is the end of a cycle of challenge. Each wand represents a challenge. When it's reversed, we're dropping the burdens. We're just refusing to continue, okay? The challenge is, can these burdens be dropped? I mean, you're not showing up as a court card, so I don't think you're involved with anyone right now, Pisces. I think you're, thinking about it. I think it's on your mind, but I don't think you've got anyone, that you've got your eye on. We've got the Page of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Justice, but the Justice is reversed, the Four of Pentacles is upright, and the Page of Wands is reversed. See, this person's also closed off to love. They've been like through a struggle, and I'm just wondering if they're getting divorced or something, because we've got the Justice reversed. They could have been cheated on. They've absolutely been through it, and they're not out of it yet with somebody. I don't think it's with you, but let's see. The Six of Wands reversed, feeling ignored, feeling left out, not feeling successful, not feeling celebrated, appreciated. Let's get 3 for the outcome. We've got the Strength card reversed, the King of Wands reversed, and the Four of Swords reversed. Someone's really restless, they're angry, and they're not in control of their emotions whatsoever. If you look at these cards, that's someone who's resting, but it was reversed, so they're unwilling to rest. The King of Wands is someone confident. Wands are fire energy, their passion, their enthusiasm. Solar plexus activated, like confident, assertive, outgoing, goal-orientated. They know what they want. But Wands, when there's too much of them, they spill over into passion and anger. So it could be someone with quite a temper. Okay, they're quite domineering, quite overbearing. And hi, Sassy Montana. I can do a pre-recorded reading, but I can't do super chats until I've got 500 subscribers. So it wouldn't be in the live. I could definitely do one, but it'd be 20 minutes for £18. When I get to 500 subscribers, you can ask me a question and I'll answer it in the live, but you'd have to give me a super chat. The Strength card, when it's upright, is the Major for Leo, and it's about being emotionally strong, not physically strong. So it's having to tough something out, and that's reversed as well. They were all reversed, weren't they? See, this person completely wild. They're not in control of their emotions whatsoever. And they feel unnoticed. They feel something's really unjust. Something's been a really tough cycle. But I don't feel like it's because of you. I'm just going to check the time because I'm a bit nervous. 12:40. I need to get this reading wrapped up because I'm meant to be meeting my friend at 1. Typical Taurus, always late for everything. The Wheel of Fortune upright with the Knight of Cups. So they could go into a phase of good fortune. They're breaking some sort of cycle and they're healing. Okay, so they could have been holding on to grudges. Let's get one more for the outcome. The Six of Swords in the challenge position. So can this person let go of grudges? Can they leave the past behind? If it was upright, the person would be sailing away. You see they're in a boat. They're leaving the past behind, leaving their troubles behind, leaving the swords behind. Swords are thoughts and feelings. That's the challenge though. Can they leave the past where it is? So there could be someone that holds grudges. They could be a little bit unevolved, this person. I'm going to get some shadow cards to see. They're really not open to love at all at the moment. Up in the air. Not able to make solid plans, flighty and ungrounded. They've been messed about by someone really bad. They've been really messed about. Controlling. Needs to be right all the time. Possessive. Jealous lover. Well, we said that, didn't we, with the King of Wands reverse, the Strength, and the Four of Swords. They've got control issues because they don't trust people, and it's off how they've been treated in the past. It's giving them, like, pure issues. You want to know, you know, that kind of person that wants to know, like, what you're going to wear and who you're going out with and where you're going to be and what time you're going to be back, and they turn up and, like, drive past or something, and they, like, proper stalk the heck out of you. Unexpected joys, life surprises are gifts, opening doors to unforeseen adventures. Futures embrace, seize prospects, absorb wisdom, and spring into action for your ambitions. Storms of love, conflict is an opportunity for growth and change. Reciprocal lines, navigate. I was just about to say, this is someone that needs boundaries in place because they haven't got any. Navigate boundaries with grace, mastering the art of give and take in harmony. If this person is someone that's coming in the future, it could be an argument, and that's why you're fearful, that's why you're in your feels, you've got the temperance, you're trying to manage your emotions. If you're currently involved with this person and they're crossing any kind of boundaries, you've got to lay down the law, or you're going to have to finish it. And if there's someone coming in the future, they definitely need to learn the error of their ways, because they're stepping over, you know, all kinds of boundaries. It's not okay. It's really not okay. Like, there's a difference between love and control, isn't there? There's a really big difference. If you feel like you're not in control of your life, you try to control other people and everything that they do. It's micromanaging other people's lives, but it's more than that. It's threatening them, or, you know, not giving them privacy. Everyone has a right to privacy. Everyone has a right to be free. Relationships are choice. They are not. You don't own a person and you don't force anyone to be with you. Never ever. So this worries me, to be honest. This worries me a lot, because I feel like this person doesn't know what the difference is between love and control. I'm going to get a confession from them. I think it's someone that's coming in the future, but if it resonates for what you're going through with someone right now as a Pisces, they're out of order. Look at this. I feel jealous when I think about you with others. Of course you do, because you're a psycho. I want to talk to you, but I don't know what to say. They struggle to, like, calm down and open up about all the feeling and why. I'm probably not comfortable to access the emotions. Let's get messages from them. What's been challenging? The Ten of Wands. I'm so scared. I can't face this right now. God, what have they been up to? If they've been violent, don't be involved with them anymore, because that doesn't change. I'm waiting for us both to be ready. know what I need to do. Now, that could be seeing a counsellor or getting help or whatever, but you are not obliged or obligated whatsoever to be around anyone who's violent or verbally abusive, physically abusive, anything like that. If this person doesn't know boundaries, that's for them to go and work on away from you, okay? You are not obliged to anybody. I'm more emotional than I show. That's weird because that was over the Strength card reversed, the King of Wands reversed, and the Four Swords reversed because they're running around being controlling and angry and flying off the handle. I can't stand that when you feel like constantly on eggshells because someone's, you know, threatening every person that looks your way, or you think they're going to kick off at someone. And just jump to conclusions. It's wild, isn't it? You can't live like that. I've seen the future with you and want you by my side. The Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Cups. They're all in the fields and all like mushy about it now. What's this one? Stop pushing me. I need to make my own choices. They're actually annoying me a bit now. Bit of an interesting one. Let's get you some advice. Sorry, there's another one that's turned over there. Hang on. Welcome the divine masculine. What? That's never come out, you know. There's going to be a divine masculine entering your life. Well, I don't think it's going to be this one unless he's going to change. Divine masculine could be a father figure, or it could be, you know, a love, a great love. Divine is divinely guided. They're supposed to be with you. Oh my God, that looks like a clock and intuition. Be in the now. Be focused. Follow your gut. Move beyond intention to belief. Your divine person is on their way to you, Pisces. This is a message for someone who's with the wrong person. They're putting up with someone running around doing the most. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. Dream big and don't put up with anything less. Okay, do not put up with anything less than the best. If this is a jealous, controlling person, no, they need to go, because that does not change that behaviour. It's just, unfortunately, it's hardwired into people who've had trauma and they don't trust, and they're not really in love. They're just needing to control their environment, their immediate living environment, and anyone in it. So really, like, create distance and draw boundaries, like strong ones, if this is resonating with you. I'm gonna have to go because I've got a lunch date with my friend and I barely meet up with anyone, and I need to go outside, guys, because it's going to be the start of another week before I know it. When I get to 500 subscribers, I'll do some lives dedicated to answering questions, and I will name it that. I'll do like questions and answers, and it'll be, you know, a certain amount of money that you've got to pay for a question to be answered. Don't try and slip one in for free, because I'll know. Okay, all right, so have a good rest of your weekend. I'll be uploading these pre-recorded, yeah, these lives as individual signs throughout the day, whilst marking books and planning lessons and, you know, all the stuff that teachers do. That's why I can't sit and do hours of answering free questions, because that's just nuts. Thank you for your support. I hope you're enjoying the readings, and I hope that they resonate at least sometimes. Hope you like my style. and we can continue to grow this channel. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, your Scorpio moon, that's good. I'm glad you found that out. You'll be able to find out all about yourself now, Chris. All right, take care. Bye.